Hi, my name is John Butler, and I'm going to be talking about Timothy Walter Burton, which some of you may know better as Tim Burton. He was born August 25th, 1958. And this would be the man behind the masterpiece, all these very successful films that have been put out. Tim Burton is heavily known for his different tastes in art, how he does his movies. The more of the cartoon ones, but even the real life movies definitely have a different vibe to them. Um, Tim Burton was never recognized for any of his artwork till his freshman year in high school, which is actually a pretty early time. So, what happened was there was a contest as to who could draw the best anti littering sign at his school, and he ended up winning that. So, he got, recognized by the community for it, and that was his first actual, you know, piece of recognition from anyone, other than himself or a family member. Here's a picture of one of his real life movies just so you can see the gothic vibe he adds to it. After high school, Tim Burton went to attend the California Institute of Art. um, During his time there, uh, he was awarded a fellowship from Disney, who he actually later started to work for. If you guys don't know, a lot of his movies are from Disney. A lot of kid movies. So, and here's a look at his most notorious animated film, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Definitely has a different touch as to any of the other animations you've probably seen. During Disney, one of the first major productions that he had a hand on was the movie The Fox and the Hound. Many of you might remember this from your childhood. I know I did. It was one of my favorites when I was a kid. But that being one of the first movies he worked on, watching that movie, you could never tell Tim Burton was even involved in the movie. As if you compared it to, probably one of his most notorious films, I'll go with the cartoon one, Nightmare Before Christmas. You can definitely, you'd see Nightmare Before Christmas and be like, wow, is this a Tim Burton movie? Yeah. You'd see The Fox and the Hound, you'd be like, Tim Burton's in this movie? When I found that out, I was even shocked because I had, no idea. But he has his own sense of, art style because even when you see a commercial for an upcoming movie, like I remember when Corpse Bride came out, I saw the previews for that, and I was like, right when it starts, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a Tim Burton movie, and of course at the end, a Tim Burton film. So he's easy to recognize when you see his work. Um, Movies that he did direct that were in his taste were mm, Beetlejuice. If you guys heard of Beetlejuice, I don't know if everyone has, but Edward Scissorhands, which is one of his very notorious films that he did, and that one was a real life film. It wasn't an animation. He's very heavy in the animation, but this was actually a real person. But anyways, it definitely had a very gothic style to it. It was really different. It was a good movie too. At that, Nightmare Before Christmas, probably you know everyone knows that movie. All right, you hear that movie, and I think that's the movie that really made him a household name in America. And then one of the latest ones he did do was Alice in Wonderland, which it was 3D as well, and I mean that movie was giant. Um, Working on all these big projects, he's been nominated for all sorts of awards. I mean, just a ridiculous amount. When I saw the list, it was a very heavy list of them. Um, and those are nominations, but he has won a lot of awards. So, yeah, I mean, even though, oh, okay, well, no, he just does kid movies, I still think he has been a big part of this industry as of, really saying that, okay, you can take an animated movie and you can still go above the kid age groups. Like, oh, I take my kids to see Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, well, some parents may have done that. Okay, but I believe I was 18 when Alice in Wonderland came out, and I went to go see that on my own. Like that appealed, even me as a teenager. So I really do think he had a big he really did have a big effect on the industry and even attracting an older crowd to younger crowd movies.